In today's video, we're talking all about how much does rent cost in Granada, Spain in 2026, and I've got just the answer for you. All right, so let's talk about this apartment in Granada, Spain. This is a 45 square meter place that's renting for 690 euros a month. And at first glance, it might seem reasonable, but here's where most people get it wrong. You don't judge rent in Spain by the total price, you judge it by the price per square meter. And this one comes out to about 15 euros and 30 cents per square meter. And for Granada in 2026, that's actually expensive. Unless this is in a prime location or fully renovated, you're basically overpaying for the space that you're getting. This is exactly how a lot of people end up spending way more than they should when they're moving to Spain and they're renting in Spain. So this looks decent on the surface, but the numbers don't lie. And now that we're at the outdoor terrace, here's the catch about this apartment. That 45-meter square actually includes the outdoor terrace. So the interior living space is even smaller than what you're seeing on paper. And this is exactly where a lot of people get misled. Knowledge is power, my friends. And if you need help getting your move started to Spain, be sure to book your free Spain relocation strategy call today. Link is in my video description. And if you're new here, hola, I'm Britt, an American who's been living in Spain for over 7 years. I have permanent residency and now my team of experts and I help you do the same. And when you're renting in Spain, this is what you'll need. You'll need proof of income, a work contract, and sometimes 2 to 3 months up front. It depends by the apartment and what the realtors and the landlords are asking for. All right, and now we are making our way to the second apartment that's for rent in Granada, Spain, and we're going to compare that apartment to the one we just saw. This Granada apartment is 70 square meters for 720 euros. So it's just about 30 euros more, but a completely different level of value. So this comes out to about 10 euros and 30 cents per square meter, which is actually super solid for Granada in 2026. And here's something even better to know. The tenant doesn't have to pay a realtor fee on this one. That's huge because in Spain, it's very common to pay 1 month of rent plus the realtor fee plus VAT, which is the Spanish tax. Now, not having to pay the realtor fee, that saves hundreds right away, but that isn't always the norm, so that's really good to know. But if you understand how the market works in Spain, then you'll understand how you can find deals like this. So when you really compare these two apartments, one is small, overpriced, and padded with terrace space, and the other is giving you real value. This apartment that's 720 euros is also located smack right in the center, which is super convenient for location. And this, my future Spain expats, is why it's so important to compare rental listings when you're renting in Spain, because that's the difference between just browsing rental listings and actually knowing what you're doing and what you're looking for. Now, if you're planning to rent in Spain as a foreigner, here's something most people don't tell you. If you don't have a Spanish work contract, a lot of realtors simply won't rent to you. It's not because they don't like you don't need to take it personal, but it's because landlords do want security. So if you're coming in with remote income, savings, or you're self-employed, you need to position yourself differently. And here's how smart renters get around this. First things first, they offer to pay a few months up front if they can. That immediately reduces the landlord's risk. Second is they show strong financial proof when they're renting in Spain. These are things like bank statements, consistent income, or anything that makes you look reliable on paper. Third, they look for private landlords instead of rental agencies. And this is because they're usually more flexible than realtors. And lastly, they move fast on good rental deals. The good apartments in cities like Granada don't sit for long. So bottom line, renting in Spain isn't just about finding a place. It's about knowing how to get approved for an apartment in Spain. And if you need help renting in Spain, be sure to get in touch.